Hi guys, welcome back once again to the Mastery Academy. Wonderful day to all of you. See, this is going to be the next session that we have been uploading related to the assessment questions that we are solving. We have considered some of the questions that we think are going to be helpful to those all candidates who are preparing for the examinations to get an entry-level platform into the MNC world. So welcome back once again to the Mastery Academy. Now, a large number of students are asking, yet I'd like to inform you all the sessions will be conducted on an online basis, guys. Download the application, Mastery Academy application, that is available on the Play Store. You can find the link in the description. Before starting up with today's session, I'd really like to thank you all because the comments that you are providing. Okay, I'd also like to inform you, you can also comment us on the YouTube section. A large number of candidates are directly calling. That is also a great response, guys. But do let us know actually how is it that you are able to find this video, whether it is helpful or not. Anything on your behalf that you would like us to do. If you want us to improve on a certain basis, whether the videos are being too long or whether you are able to understand, whether you are following this structure or any other idea that you want on your behalf, you can definitely tell it to us, okay, on the YouTube channel platform of Mastery Academy. Anything in the sense related to the topic, okay, don't start up with another story of your entire life or struggles. Struggle is a part of life, guys. Yes, we all have to go through that, but relating to these questions that we are dealing, I think we are uploading the videos on a quite lengthy basis because I'm trying to also make you understand how is it that MNCs are going to utilize these questions. Now, these questions do not specifically require an a research level of understanding. Any graduate who has completed his degree will be able to follow these questions if in case he has touched with this subject, though that's the truth that I wanted to suggest. Now I'll directly start solving up the questions, continuance. Now, before that, I'd like to inform you that Mastery Academy has already started up the admissions for these particular courses. We'll be providing you the coaching platform if in case you are preparing for any of these mentioned examinations. Okay, national level examinations such as GMAT, CAT, MAT, okay, XIT, or many different types of examination. These examinations are basically concluded to the management courses, postgraduate management at the national level. If you want to apply in any of the ACE level organizations for management courses such as IITs or IIMs, you can go through the entrance platform through these examinations. Apart from that, the assessment preparation. Yes, guys, a large number of companies hire students based on their performance in the tests that they actually consider. So these are some of the platforms: Elitmus, AMCAT, and NQTs. You must be aware regarding those. Apart from that, there are many companies, many MNCs who are already conducting the examinations, and you can prepare for those examinations if you have a proper guidance. We will be providing you with respect to the verbal, the logical, the reasoning, aptitude, and technical format. And once more, let me say, no domain part. Okay, so having been said that, guys, there are a large number of companies. If you're interested, you can definitely join in. So we'll move on to the questions as we were solving. I hope that the questions that we are solving here are finding of some use to you. There are a few questions that I have not solved in some of the previous sessions, I guess. So I'd like you to answer those questions. And if you want to criticize, please, guys, be open to criticize us. Mastery Academy always welcomes you to criticize us with respect to the drawbacks that we have. Okay, don't criticize with respect to something else, with respect to the classes or these coachings or training or platforms or ideas that we are providing. Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, come back to the question. So a box contains 3 apples and 2 oranges. If 2 fruits are picked at random, then what is the probability that is at least 1 apple in the drawn fruit? Okay, what is the probability that at least 1 apple is drawn? Okay, what is the probability at least 1 apple is drawn? See, probability is one of the most important topic that you can expect in any of the examination, not just with respect to MNCs, but with respect to any of the competitive world. If you're looking, probability is one of the topic. This is a very easy topic, guys. Once we start to understand the possibilities, okay, depending on the possibilities, the entire concept of probability works. A large number of people usually get confused with probability, permutations and combinations. Always remember, permutations, combinations and probabilities are interlinked. Without permutations and combinations, it will be difficult for an individual to understand probability. As I said, they are interlinked. If you understand permutations and combinations, then probability will be lot easier. And remember, within permutations and combinations, combinations is what first you have to understand. We usually go with permutations and combinations. It actually should have been combinations first. Okay, if you understand combination selection, it will be easier. Okay, having been said that, come back to the question. The question says there is a box which has 3 apples and 2 oranges. If 2 fruits are picked at random, then what is the probability at least one apple is drawn? Okay, one apple is present in the drawn fruits. There is a box, 3 apples and 2 oranges. Always remember, how should we get to know that this question belongs to combinations or permutations? Probability, definitely there is a question here. In question itself, they have clearly mentioned about probability. But here, the upper part, permutations and combination, many people get confused with that, whether we have to apply the permutation formula, NPR or NCR. Okay, always remember, guys, whenever there is picking up, selection, combination always refers to selection. Pick, choose, okay, choosing, these kind of words highlight the combination part. While as permutation, it is just the arrangement, rearrange, changing of positions. Here they have clearly mentioned pick, so that means combination. Totally, there are 5 fruits. Now remember, you don't have to write everything on a rough basis. I'm trying to explain. In your examination, you'll be able to solve this question within 1 minute. On a maximum basis, 1 minute if you have a keen touch. A box contains 3 apples and 2 oranges. There are totally 5 fruits. If 2 are picked at random, the probability at least 1 is drawn to be apple. Out of 5 fruits, guys, we are picking or we are selecting 2 fruits here, because we are only choosing 2. They have mentioned 2 fruits. Out of 5, we are picking out any 2 fruits. So what will be the total possibility? Out of 5 fruits, it can be anything. One can be apple, one can be orange, first can be orange, second can be apple. So total possibility, if I want selection out of 5 total fruits, I am selecting any 2 fruits. Now remember, we are picking selection. So that is why the combination part, 5C2, this is the total possibility. Out of 5, you are selecting 2 of the fruits. So 5C2 will be given by simplification, 5 into 4 divided by 2 into 1. You can also take it to be NCR, NCN minus R. Okay, I'm not going to explain that. Directly I'm solving. So this is what, 10. Totally, there are 10 options that if you're selecting 2 fruits out of 5, there are 10 different ways that you can select. 1 apple, 1 orange, 1 orange, 1 orange, 1 orange. Okay, second apple, those possibilities. Total possibility. Now we'll come to the requirement, R possibility. Always remember, probability refers to the ratio. Ratio of what? R possibilities. Okay, OP, I'm just writing it in a general form. The possibilities that we need divided by total possibilities. Right? Probability is nothing but the ratio. We take out the ratio. Total, our requirement, whatever requirement we have, divided by the total requirement, total possibility. Total possibility is 10, that we know. But what is it that we need? Favorable, that we require. We only need at least one of the fruits should be apple. See, in the selection here, suppose if I want only one apple, the first, when I pick out the first fruit, it should be an apple. Second fruit, if that is also an apple, I'm fine with it. The question says at least one apple, 1 orange. Okay, I am fine. And then 1 orange, another apple, the same thing, or 2 apples and 0 oranges. This is the only possibility. First time, whatever I am picking in, I should pick in 1 apple, or I can pick in 2 apples, and that is it. What they are saying, at least 1 apple. Okay, so these are the possibilities. Now if I say here, if I want at least one apple, I have the possibilities out of these 3 apples. I can take in one apple, at least one. This is the minimum condition. So if I'm taking one apple, the other one should definitely be an orange. Okay, at least one. Now this cannot be 0. I cannot pick in completely 2 oranges because they have mentioned at least one. So this is the minimum possibility, 3C1. So if I'm picking one apple out of 3, then remaining I can pick in one orange. I must pick in one orange. And what are the total number of orange? That is nothing but 2C1. So this is also possibility. This is the possibility. I require both the options. Okay, at least one apple. Now second is I can pick in 2 apples. Okay, it is fine by me if I pick in 2 apples. So 2 apples, if I need out of total 3 apples, I am picking in 2 apples. Then remaining 2C0. I am not going to pick another orange because they have mentioned in the question that we are picking only 2 fruits. Here I cannot write 3C3. 3 apples if I can pick, that would be suitable, that is okay. But according to question, we have only 2 choices. We are picking 1 and 2. Third time we are not going to pick. So either I can take in 1 apple, 1 orange, or I can take in 2 apples or 0 orange. That is what I had written here. Okay, this is what total possibility. Now either this is possible, okay, or this is possible. Both are not possible at one time. At once I cannot take in 2 conditions, either this or this. Always remember, whenever there is the concept of or, you are always going to add up, right? I'm not going to explain why. Just at this moment go with the flow. Or always represents add, and then and, there is another concept called as and. Whenever there is the and option, for example this requirement and this requirement, then I would have multiplied. But here either I can follow this condition or this condition. So this option, the possibility, plus this option is the possibility. That is what our total requirements with respect to the question, our values here. Okay, our requirements, favorable condition. So probability, if I want to calculate, I'll substitute in the formula. Probability is given by favorable options that I need. 3C1 multiplied with 2C1, this is the first option, or I'm adding in second 3C2. I can pick in either 2 apples and definitely 0 oranges, whole divided by, this possibility is the favorable condition possibilities that we need, divided by total. What is total? 5C2. Total condition is nothing but 5C2, which is nothing but 10. So if I simplify this one, 3C1 will be what? 3 into 2C1 will be 2 plus of 3C2, that will be once again 3 guys, whole divided by 10. Now always remember, in a hurry, a large number of students, they mistake it out here. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 into 3, 15, 15 upon 10. That will be wrong. Always remember, this is one part. This includes in the bracket. Not that many among you do that, but in a quick hurry, in order to solve the question quickly, I've seen a number of candidates do that simple mistake. Nonetheless, 3 into 2 is nothing but 6. 6 plus of 3 is nothing but 9. So the probability that we need out of 5 different fruits, if we need at least one apple, this is the probability. 9 divided by 10. Our options divided by total option. Okay, 9 upon 10. So option number A. Option number A, 9 upon 10. Now I know guys, probability, this concept, once you understand, definitely you will be able to get these 3 marks. If in case each question carries 1 marks, but it differs from examination to examination. Basically 3 questions are asked with respect to the probability. Permutations, combinations and probability are interconnected. Like I said, if you understand these concepts, 4 to 5 marks definitely you can get with ease. Now here I cannot explain everything. Okay, I hope you follow. We'll move on to the next question. A box contains 5 white balls, 6 violet balls and 3 yellow balls. If 2 balls are drawn randomly, then the probability of getting both the balls are either white or violet balls. Once again, a question belonging to probability. Always remember in probability, that is the ratio, total options. Probability, remember, like I said, is nothing but the ratio of favorable options divided by total options. Options that we have, possibilities that we need, divided by the total possibilities. That's it, probability. Now here in this question, there is a box, 5 white, 6 violet and 3 yellow balls. So totally there are how many? 13 balls, 14. Total number of balls, 14 balls. The question suggests if two balls are drawn randomly, the probability of getting both the balls are either white or violet balls. See, if two balls are drawn randomly, out of 14, those two balls can be anything. That is the total number of options. 14 balls, I can pick in 2 balls. Out of 14, those 2 balls can be anything. 2 can be white or violet or 3 or 1 yellow, 1 white, 1 violet, 1 white, 1 violet, 1 yellow. Any of the possibility. Everything is possible. So that gives us the total number of options. Total number of options or total number of favorable conditions will be what? Out of 14 balls, I am going to select 2 balls. Now remember, we are not arranging. We have to select. Out of 14, we have to select. Selection refers to combination. 14C2, total number of condition. But what we need, the required condition. Probability of getting both balls are either white or violet balls. The condition that we need is when we pick the 2 balls, they should be either white or violet. Okay, white or violet. So white or violet means there is only one condition. Either it should be 2 white balls or it should be 2 violet balls, or I cannot go in 1 violet, 1 white, okay, or 1 violet, 1 yellow. I cannot go in like this, because as the condition, as the question clearly suggests, either they should be what? White or violet. So if I want only white balls, then I will have to select the 2 balls only from white. Okay, practically it is not possible, but mathematically we are only going to look at this. 5 white. Out of 5 whites, if I want only white balls, the 2 selections that we are making, 5C2 is the condition. Okay, only white or violet. Totally there are 6 violet balls. Out of 6 violet, if I want only violet balls, 2 violet balls, they are selecting 2 balls. So only 2 violet balls if I want, that is the condition. Now in the question they are suggesting or. I cannot take in white and also yellow. Either this is possible or this is possible. We are not concerned with the yellow balls here. Okay, we are concerned only with white ball and violet. So yellow, we are not going to take that. Our requirement is only white and yellow, and that too they have mentioned, white and violet. That too they have mentioned either white, both should be white or both should be violet. So this or this. So or means what? We add up. So this is one possibility that we need, or this is one possibility that we need. So favorable number of options. Favorable is what? Our requirement 5C2 and 6C2. Now either this or this. So possibilities we add up, whole divided by total possibilities is nothing but 14C2. Now all you have to do is simplify. Okay, simplification will lead us to what, guys? 5C2, I can write it as 5 into 4 by 2 into 1. No need to write it step by step. I am just writing in so that you can follow. 6 into 5 divided by 2 into 1, whole divided by 14C2. I'll directly write the formula here. 14 into 13 divided by 2 into 1. 2 1s are 2 7s are 13 into 7, 91. So 91 will be in the denominator. Now if you look forward here, 2 and 2 cancel, 5 into 2, 10, and this is 15. So I can directly write in 25 divided by 91. Okay, the total probability we need either 2 white balls or 2 violet balls is nothing but 25 upon 91. I hope you follow that, guys. If you are unable to follow, then let us know in the comment box. Whatever your questions are, if you want us something to try on a different basis, if you want these questions to be solved on a different perspective, some detailed explanation, no sir you're not explaining, no sir you're doing this, you're doing that, if any kind of thing that you feel that is out of line, please let us know, guys. Okay, we are really very happy to hear from you. All right. So this one question once again belongs to the part of compound interest. Sorry, simple interest. Okay, a very easy question. A question is a little bit seemingly difficult. Okay, whenever you look at these kind of questions, suddenly students think that this is a very difficult question, as it seems very big, very lengthy. Remember, questions in these MNCs or any of the examination depends on which examination you are attempting to write. Here in MNC assessment examination, they will not provide you quantitative based questions, aptitude based questions, which are going to take on a maximum of more than 2 minutes of your time. Only one question, if in case they add, and that too they will add to reduce the time, to induce pressure on students. That's it. Look at the question. Arun invested rupee 8,000 on scheme A at R% of simple interest. He also invests 12,000 on scheme B, which offers R plus 2% simple interest. If the difference between interest earned from both the scheme is 800, then find the value of R. Always remember, first read the question and try to understand. In this question, they are suggesting that Arun is a person, 8,000 rupees simple interest scheme. Arun has invested or had invested 8,000 rupees, and at the rate of interest R%. Sorry, and he also had invested 12,000 rupees on simple interest at rate of interest R plus 2%, and the difference in between the interest, the difference in between these interests is given to be 800. Then we have to find what actually was the rate of interest. Now the time frame has not been mentioned here. Okay, now the time frame has not been mentioned, for how long or for how many years Arun has invested this amount. In case if they haven't mentioned the time frame, here we are going to take it as 1 hour. How, sir? How we are going to take directly 1 hour if they have not mentioned anything? This question, I think in fact they should have mentioned the time, but they have not mentioned. If we do not take in the time, if we do not assume the time period, then we will not be able to solve this question. Specifically, they should have mentioned the time. Only on the basis of that we can say the exact answer. Okay, I'm going to take in the time to be 1. I guess there is some mistake with this question, or something that we have missed to type in. Nonetheless, okay, time will take it to be 1 hour. So the difference has been given, difference of simple interest. So simple interest formula is PTR by 100. For 8,000 rupees, what is the simple interest that Arun had invested? P, that is nothing but 8,000. Time is nothing but 1. R, rate of interest, that is what we have to calculate, whole divided by 100. And then the second simple interest on this amount. And remember, there is a difference. Always take in the difference sign. Do not directly jump in, this is a greater value first. Don't take that. Take in the difference. When you get the values, you can subtract it later on. So 12,000, that is the second case. 12,000 will be the principal amount. Time will be 1. Rate of interest they have given to be R plus 2, whole divided by 100. The difference is equal to what? 800 rupees. The difference that they have mentioned is nothing but 800. Now what we have to do? All we have to do is just simplify. This is the difference sign. You have to take in the greater sign, the greater number first. So cancellation, ATR, I'll take in the bigger value here now, 120R. That is the value that I have. This is bigger, 120. I'll write down that first. This sign is not the subtraction sign. This is the difference sign. You can interchange the numbers with respect to difference sign. I can take in 120R minus of 80R, correct? 120 is bigger, plus of 120 into 2, that is 240, which is equal to 800. Now what we have to do? All we have to do is simplify. 120 minus of 80 is nothing but 40. 800 minus of 240, that will be 560. So the value of R will be given by 560 divided by 40. 14 fours are. Okay, so the rate of interest that we have obtained is nothing but 14%. All right, 14%, that is your answer. 14%. They have not mentioned 14%. Did I do something wrong, guys? Okay, I think I'm correct. 14%. Unless they have mentioned something, or I think there is a typing mistake. Option number C, that should have been 14%. Here, now remember guys, time is not mentioned. If the time varies, the answer might vary too. Okay, there is some mistake with this question. I think up till now what we have done, we are right. If you find some difficulty, if any confusion or any mistake, please let me know in the comment box. Okay guys, so fine, we'll move on to the next question, assuming that you are able to follow. No sir, we do not follow. Then too it is fine. You can join the batch. There I'll explain properly. Then too sir, if you are unable to understand, then I'll return you back the fees that you have already paid, if in case you decide to join. Okay. Now look at the next question. What is the simple interest on 52,000 at 15 upon 13% per annum for a period of 8 months? Okay, a very simple question guys. They're asking simple interest. Principal amount is given, which is 52,000. P into T, what is time here? 8 months. And rate of interest 15 upon 13. So into 100. Rate of interest 15 upon 13 divided by 100, we basically do that. So 100 will be in the denominator. Now remember here, the rate of interest has been given on the basis of annum, per annum basis. And the time has been given in the basis of month, in the units of month. Either the rate of interest should be in months, both should be in month, or both should be according to the year format. So what we are going to do this time, I have to write it in format of year, because rate of interest is given on an yearly basis. So 8 months, if you convert that to years, that will be what? 12 years. Okay, not these years, YEARS, years. So cancellation, 0, 0, 13 ones are, and 13 fours are 52. So then what? 2, 6, 2, 20, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 1, 2, 4. So 80 into 5, that will be 400. So simple interest that we actually need is nothing but option number B, 400 rupees. Now remember guys, steps will not be given any marks. The thing only that concerns to the candidate who is writing the examination is getting the answer. I'm just writing on a rough basis, not completely on a rough. I think you're clearly able to follow. If not, you can let me know. Alright, we'll move on to the next question. The sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 93. What is the middle number? See, consecutive odd numbers. Consecutive means in the form of a series, one after the other. Consequent, consecutive. So after the other, one after the other. The sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 93. What's the middle number? Here we do not know what the numbers are. We don't know the first number. I am going to take in the first number. The first number to be X. You can take in anything, A, B, C, D, anything. Just take it to be X. Why only X? It's a habit guys. Large number of people have been using X whole throughout the year. The first mathematician who had actually implemented, he had used this alphabet as X for practical purpose. We are following in the same path. So X is the first number, first odd number. If X is the first odd number, then the second number will be what? X plus 2. How sir? How can you say that? Whenever if you take one odd number, there is gap. 2 cannot be the next odd number. There is a gap, right? The second number, whatever number that you are considering, second number will be odd. 1, 3, 5, 7. That is the odd number series. If in case I take 1, the next number will be what? 1 plus 2, 3. If I take 3, if we get the value of X to be 3, the next will be 5. If X is 7, the next will be 9. There is a difference of 2. So odd numbers, if I take the value, unknown value to be X, the next odd number will be X plus 2. The third odd number, that will be what? X plus 5. Fifth position, 1, 3, 5. 3, 5, 7. The gap from first number X, X plus 2 and X plus 5. These will be the odd numbers. Now the value of X, if you find the value of X, we'll get all the 3 numbers. They have given us in the question the sum of all these consecutive odd numbers is 93. So x plus of x plus 2 plus of x plus 5 will be equal to 93. So 3x, sorry, 93. So 3x is equal to 93 minus of 7, which is nothing but 86. So the value of x will be equal to what? 20, 87. Am I right? Hmm. 86 upon 3. 93 minus of 7 is 86. Yes, 86 divided by 3, 6, and this is what? 86 upon, no cancellation. Sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 93. Okay, x plus 2 and x plus 5. Oh, sorry guys. See, this is a mistake here. Here it will be x plus 4. Sorry, x plus 4, right? The first odd number, if the first odd number is 1, 1 plus of 2, that will be 3, 1 plus of 4, that will be 5. There is a gap of 2. Okay, sorry guys, this is not x plus 5, x plus 4. Say, silly mistakes do happen. Even I'm not a perfect teacher, just trying to be. I'm just happy that I'm standing here in front of you. Always remember guys, this is what practically happens in examinations. We know that we can solve the questions, but in a hurry we get stuck sometimes and mistakes do happen. That is because of negligence, because of short drives and everything. So one must be careful. No sir, it was your mistake. Yes sir, I know. Thank you for letting me know. So this will be what? 93, and x plus 2, that will be 6. 93 minus of 6, that will be 87. Now 87 upon 3, yes, now it is 29. Okay, so the first number is nothing but 29. 29 plus of 2, the next number, 29 plus 2 is 31. Next number, 29 plus 4 is nothing but 33. So they are asking us the middle number is nothing but 31. Option number B. Now always remember guys, whenever in MNC based questions, whenever they ask you with respect to the consecutive parts or missing numbers, any question relating to the number format, your options will be completely whole number. They will never be in decimal format, or they will never be in format of fractions. I'm talking about assessment examinations, MNCs. Decimals, they belong to the banking questions, but here whenever you have consecutive series or any other base questions relating to numbers, you will be having the options only directly as whole numbers. All right, so I hope it is clear guys. X plus 2 and x plus 4. Sorry, I had taken this as x plus 5. Now I hope it is clear. We'll move on to the next question. Yes, the next question depends on time and work. Time and work too is one of the important concepts that a large number of questions are usually asked, not just in MNCs, but any of the examinations that you are looking forward for. You can look into the engineering services, you can look into the banking services, the public service commissions, private sector organizations, gate examinations, management examinations, even the assessment examinations. At least 2 questions are asked from time and work, depending on the exams that you are attempting to write. So I'll just come back to the question. I'll solve the answer directly. Like I said, I'll not be explaining in detail. A can complete a work in 12 days, B can complete it in 18 days. They work together for 4 days, then A leaves. How many more days will B take to complete the remaining work? Okay, A and B, there are 2 people. Their capacities are given. A can complete a work in 12 days, B can complete it in 18 days. They work together for 4 days. They both work together. After 4 days, A leaves. Okay, he quits the job and he leaves. He tells to be do whatever we want to do. You're not giving me salary hike. I'll just leave. So he leaves the job. Remaining work completely B has to take care of. How many days did B take in order to complete the remaining work? That is the question. A can complete 12 days work, 1 day's work, 1 capacity, 1 day capacity of work, 1 upon 12. How, sir? This is a ready-made format, but if we want to know, so please explain. Sorry guys, I'll not explain it here. Just go with the flow at this moment. So 1 upon 12 A's capacity, B's capacity, 1 upon 18. If they both work together, 1 day's capacity, both working together, 1 upon 12 plus 1 upon 18, 12 and 18, the LCM will be what? 36. LCM will be 36 guys, 12 and 18. So 12 into 3 plus 18 into 2, that is 5 upon 36. 5 upon 36 is the work capacity of both A and B. A and B, if they both work together, 1 day work will be 5 upon 36. How is it possible, sir? 5 upon 36, this is a number and you are talking about the strength and capacity. So practically there is no connection. Practically there is a connection. We'll explain that later on. But here 5 upon 36 is the amount of work that both A and B together can do in 1 day. Now in question they have mentioned they already worked for 4 days. So the total capacity for 4 day will be what? 4 day multiplied with 5 upon 36. So this will be 5 upon 9. So 5 upon 9 parts of work is already completed by both A and B in a period of 4 days. Now how much of work is remaining? Out of complete work, 5 upon 9 work is already completed. So whatever work is remaining, only that much of work B has completed, and that time period we need in how many days. So what is the remaining work? So the remaining work is given by, or we can calculate 1 minus of 5 upon 9. 1 is the complete whole. 1 is the complete whole work. 5 upon 9 is already the work done. So this will be what? 4 upon 9. 4 upon 9 or 4 upon 9 parts of the work is remaining. And that work was completed by whole completely only B. How much time did he take? That is the question. Remember, 1 day. In 1 day, B's work or B's capacity is how much? 1 upon 18. 1 upon 18 of work B can do in 1 day. So 4 upon 9 parts of work he can do in how many days? Just on a basis of cross multiplication. In 1 day, 1 upon 18. In how many days? 4 upon 9th part of work. Cross multiply, you will get the answer. To understand, I have written this. Now I can take in 4 upon 9 into 18 is equal to x. So 9 ones are 9 twos are, and the value of x will be equal to what? 8 days. The remaining work was completed whole throughout by B in 8 days. How much of work was remaining? 4 upon 9 parts of work was remaining. Okay, so 8 days. We completed the work totally in 8 days. 4 into 2, 8. I hope it is clear, guys. Now understand one thing. A large number of students they have this confusion, not only with respect to the assessment question, but any of the question relating to the competitive exam. Now remember guys, if you want any job, particularly in today's world where getting a job is a little bit of a twisted factor, because we are not following, there are no particular or real people who are actually learning something and being educated. Just getting certificates is not going to help you. Only if you are depending on certificates, it is not going to help you. With certificates, you actually need the preparation and the reality that you have actually worked on for. So where you want to get a job in today's world, you have to clear any of the examination, let it be public sector or private sector examination. Wherever you go, you have to write the examination, and these questions, you cannot skip these questions. These are the minimum required question that you have to clarify. So there are concepts which actually you have to understand, and then you will be able to solve them with ease. I think that will be it for today, guys. We'll continue again in the next furthermore session. If you like the video, just let us know. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or on behalf, you can let us know. Thank you once again, guys, for joining the Mastery Academy. I hope you are able to understand, and we are being helpful to you as the best of ability that we can do. No, sir, if you're not enough, then we can do the better part of the best version of us. Okay, thank you once again, guys. Be seeing you again in the next session. Take care. Bye, guys.